At Dive Today, we like to teach our scuba divers minimum impact diving techniques. This means not touching the bottom on a descent, not kicking up any silt or mud or debris that may be on the bottom, and basically not touching anything at all because we want to protect and preserve our aquatic environments. Dive Today has also adopted the NAUI Green Diver Initiative principles. Through this, we raise awareness of aquatic conservation and preservation through education, so that when our divers leave our facility and go out into the real world, they'll know how to protect our aquatic environments. We also employ the use of eco-friendly resources to make scuba diving as green as possible. For instance, our saline pool.
LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design and is the green building rating system developed in the U.S. Green Building Council. The model was developed in 1998 to encourage environmental awareness among government agencies, architects, engineers, developers, and builders. LEED certification is a recognition that a construction project or building can attain by utilizing environmentally friendly building practices during construction or remodel. There are 4 different levels of certification, which are determined by a credit or point system. First, there's certified, which is 26 to 32 points. Next is silver, 33 to 38 points. Gold at 39 to 51 points. And platinum at 52 to 69 points.
The concept of sustainable building incorporates and integrates a variety of strategies during the design, construction, and operation of building projects. The use of green building materials and products represents one important strategy in the design of a building. Green building materials offer specific benefits to the building owner and building occupants, reducing maintenance, replacement costs over the life of the building, energy conservation, improved occupant health and productivity, lower costs associated with changing space configurations, greater design flexibility. Building and construction activities worldwide consume 3 billion tons of raw materials each year, over 40% of the total global use. Using green building materials and products promotes conservation of dwindling non-renewable resources internationally. In addition, integrating green building materials into building projects can help reduce the environmental impacts associated with the extraction, transportation, processing, fabrication, installation, reuse, recycling, and disposal of these building industry source materials. What is a green building product or material? Green building materials are composed of renewable rather than non-renewable resources. Green materials are environmentally responsible because the impacts are considered over the life of the product. 3 basic steps of product selection. Product selection can begin after the establishment of project-specific environmental goals. The environmental assessment process for building products involves 3 basic steps: research, evaluation, and selection. The research step involves gathering all technical information to be evaluated, including manufacturer's information such as material safety data sheets or MSDS, indoor air quality or IAQ test data, product warranties, source material characteristics, recycled content data, environmental statements, and durability information. In addition, this step may involve researching other environmental issues, building codes, government regulations, building industry articles, model green building product specifications, and other sources of product data. Research helps identify the full range of the project's building material operations. The evaluation step involves confirmation of the technical information as well as filling in information gaps. Evaluation and assessment is relatively simple when comparing similar types of building materials using the environmental criteria. However, the evaluation process is more complex when comparing different products with the same function. Then it may become necessary to process both descriptive and quantitative forms of data. A life cycle assessment, or LCA, is an evaluation of the relative greenness of a building materials and products. LCA addresses the impacts of product through all of its life stages. Although rather simple in principle, this approach has been difficult and expensive in actual practice. The last step is selection. The selection step often involves the use of an evaluation matrix for scoring the project-specific environmental criteria. The total score of each product evaluation will indicate the product with the highest environmental attributes. Individual criteria, including in the rating system, can be weighed to accommodate product-specific goals and objectives.
Our facility will be made with the lumber that bears a seal of the Forest Stewardship Council. Using lumber with this seal shows our continued support for manufacturers that are committed to high environmental and social standards. We will also be using salvaged wood and reclaimed lumber within the facility to be used as benches and cabinetry. The Dive Today facility will have 3 different eco-friendly types of flooring. The second floor and conference areas will have recycled carpet and fibers that are made from recycled soda bottles. The main floor and retail area will be surfaced with linoleum to stand up to the high traffic areas, and bamboo will be used throughout the facility because it is quickly renewable, strong, and stable. The walls in the building will be made of natural plasters that help contribute to make our facility a green building. Clay walls help to regulate temperature by absorbing excess moisture and help the walls breathe. To help regulate temperature in the summer, the roof will be lined with a reflective light-colored material which will help to cut down on summer cooling bills.
At the Dive Today Scuba Training Facility, we put a strong emphasis on environmental conservation, so it makes sense that we would plan some things into our operations to make it a little bit easier on the environment. At our facility, we use high-efficiency LED lighting. This lighting is far more efficient than conventional lighting and will burn far longer. It's also 100% recyclable. All of our showers and sinks will have motion sensors that allow them to turn on when someone is using them and turn off when someone is not, therefore saving us a lot of wasted water. The Dive Today pool is actually a saline pool, which means opposed to conventional chlorine pools, we have salt water, which requires less chemicals and less maintenance, therefore taking less of a toll on the environment and also prolonging the life of our equipment. At our facility, we also run a lead recycling program. We take balancing weights from automotive shops that are used for balancing tires and melt them down into lead blocks that we use for scuba diving.